Hi, this is Helena Hart, and in this video, I'm going to be sharing 5 things that men need in order to fall in love and truly commit to a real relationship with a woman. These are so important to keep in mind no matter where you're at in your love life. And the last one I'm going to share is actually one of the most important concepts to understand, and it's something I haven't talked very much about before, so make sure to stay till the end of this video to get that one. But before I get started, if this is your first time to my channel, be sure to click the button to subscribe to get all of my videos and information on how to have the relationship you've always wanted. So let's get started. The first thing that a man needs in order to fall in love and truly commit to a real relationship is that he needs to feel ready to be in a serious relationship with a woman. This is so important to keep in mind, and while all men are different and every situation's different, most men need to feel like they've accomplished a certain amount of things on their own or experienced a certain amount of things on their own before they can switch their focus and, crave that connection and intimacy that comes from being in a, long-term committed relationship. And like I mentioned, every man is different. So let's say you are with a man who's really driven and ambitious. He might really want to get to a certain place in his career before settling down and getting married. He's going to want to make sure that he can be that provider and protector for his woman and his family, especially if he's a masculine energy man. Or let's say you're with a man who's really independent and free-spirited. He might, want to travel the world on his own or something like that, before settling down and having kind of like a traditional life, like getting married and having kids. Or if you're with a man who's younger, if you're younger yourself, some men who are like in their early 20s, just depending on the man, might feel that they need a certain amount of dating experience before they're really ready to commit to a serious relationship with a woman. So that's the first one. He needs to feel that he's really ready to be in a serious committed relationship. Now, some men want to have a woman on that journey with them. Like if they're early in their career, or, some men want to meet the love of their life and travel the world with them. So like I mentioned, every man is different, but generally speaking, if you are with a man who, feels like he hasn't accomplished enough or experienced enough on his own yet, you might have a harder time when it comes to getting that lifelong commitment that you want. So something that's just important to keep in mind. The next thing that men need in order to fall in love and truly commit to a real relationship is that he needs to feel that he can make you happy, that it's easy to make you happy and that it's not a struggle. And I've talked about this before in other videos. Men, especially masculine energy men, need to know that what they do and who they are makes a woman happy. It makes her feel good. He's not going to want to commit to a serious relationship if he feels like it's a real uphill battle trying to meet your needs and make you happy. So you want to make sure to show a man a lot of acknowledgement and appreciation anytime he does anything that makes you feel good or makes you happy. It's really important. The third thing that men need in order to fall in love and feel like they want to commit to a real relationship is that he needs to feel loved and accepted for who he is deep down. Not who he's pretending to be out there in the world, but for who he really actually is. And I've talked about this a little bit in other videos. This acceptance all starts with you actually loving and accepting all the parts of yourself, even the parts that, don't always feel so good or that you want to hide from others. When a man sees that you accept yourself and that you love and embrace all the parts of yourself, that's how he's going to know that you're going to accept him and not judge him. And this is such an important concept. If anyone has questions about this, let me know in the comment section. I'd love to do more videos just on this one topic because it's really crucial when it comes to the process of how men fall in love. He really has to see you falling in love with yourself in his presence. So important. So make sure to keep that in mind. The next thing that men need to feel in order to fall in love is that he needs to feel that you're on the same team together. that you're, going to stand by his side through hard times, or, maybe the two of you have faced some challenges together in your relationship. If you can show a man that you're really, on the same team, that you're committed to working at these issues together rather than being on opposing sides, just trying to like push and shove each other into getting your needs met, right? A man needs to feel that you're on the same team, and that when arguments or something like that come up, that you're committed to working at it. It actually makes you stronger as a couple rather than tearing you further apart. So, a man really wants to end up with his best friend and his biggest fan, that teammate, just like how we want a man where we feel that he's on his team and that he's there to support us and be there for us. Very important. And that brings me to the last thing that a man needs in order to fall in love and truly commit. And that is, he needs to feel that he can really live his purpose with you. This is something I haven't talked too much about, but it's so important, especially if you have a man who's really driven and ambitious. He needs to feel that he can live his life's purpose if he's going to be with you, that you're not going to distract him from that, but you're actually going to add to it and make him, inspire him to be the best version of himself. And the way to do that is not necessarily by telling him, oh, you can live your purpose with me. Of course, if you want to tell a man that, that's fine. But really, just like all of these other things, he needs to feel it on a very deep subconscious level. So in order to do that, you really want to be living your purpose and just being the best version of yourself. That's what really inspires a man to want to be his best self. And when he feels that way, it's almost like he's rising to a challenge. And that's how men feel bonded, is when they're overcoming challenges. Not that you want to pretend to be hard to get or have impossible standards or anything like that. But, he just wants to feel that being with you inspires him to be a better person, and that he can really live his life's purpose with you, more so than if he didn't have you in his life. It's very, very important. So that's what I have for today on the 5 things that men need in order to fall in love and truly commit to a woman. I did a whole program on the art of getting the commitment you want, where I share, 7 steps to get that lifelong committed relationship that you desire. So I'll post a link to that in the comment section and in the description if anyone's interested in checking that out. It's really, I've gotten some great feedback on that. A lot of women have really gotten that lifelong commitment just from that one program. And of course, if you're, ready to learn the secrets to attracting the man you want and inspiring his love and commitment, check out my 3 keys to attract the man you want report and audio training. That one's totally free on my website, helenahartcoaching.com. I'll post a link to that as well. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you next time.